What's up, people of the world? My name is Jay, and welcome to this edition of Sleight of Hand 101. Today we're going to be working on yet another advanced tutorial. This is actually a trick that I created a couple years ago, and I still use it to this day. It's called Lost and Found. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Grab a deck of cards and let's begin. So for this trick, we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. In fact, these cards are simply the 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks in the middle of the deck. We've taken them out and we're going to use them for this trick. Now, here's what we're going to do with these jacks. We're going to take all 4 of them and leave them randomly in the center of the deck. Okay, so when I riffle down here, I just want you to call stop. Here we go. Right there. Perfect. We'll take jack number 1 and we'll leave it right there. So let's do it again. Perfect. We'll go ahead and leave jack number 2 there, and jack number 3 here, and lastly, we'll put jack number 4 right there. So you can see clearly that the 4 jacks are spread evenly throughout the deck. We'll go ahead and push those in, and just as a courtesy, we'll give it a quick shuffle. So your cards, the 4 jacks, are lost deep in the center of the deck. Now let's find each one of them one by one. I'm going to dribble on the pack like this, and I want you to call stop again. Right there. We're going to go ahead and use the 10 of hearts to help find jack number 1. Watch. If we give it a shake, we find jack number 1. Now, just for kicks, and I want to show you that I'm not cheating you, I'm going to take the top card and leave it in the center of the deck. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm going to dribble. We're going to find our next jack. So call stop. Right there. Perfect. We'll go ahead and take the 7 of diamonds. We're going to use this card to find jack number 2. If we give it a flick, we have jack number 2. And just like previously, I'm going to take the top card and leave it in the center of the deck. Okay? Now, for the 3rd jack, it's pretty simple. All we got to do is give it a quick riffle. You'll notice that it jumps to the top. And the 4th jack is my favorite jack. We're going to take the top card, which is not the jack, and watch what happens if I give it a flick. We find the 4th and final jack. Let's see how it's done. So before we get started with the tutorial, you're going to need a couple prerequisites. You're going to need to know how to do the swivel cut flourish. You're going to need to know how to do the shake change, the duck change, and the cardini change. And you're also going to need to know how to do a double lift. So if you don't know how to do one of those things, go ahead and learn them, come back, and we'll get started. Great. So let's get started with the tutorial. Right off the bat, you're going to need 4 of any kind of card. I particularly like to use the jacks because they're visual, and the face card especially, and I'll show you at one point, the little psychology behind it, but the face card really helps enhance a little bit of the trick because people can see it more clearly from a distance. This is a great trick to do even in a small audience or just personal one-to-one. It's all good. You can do it basically wherever. I suggest handing the cards to your spectator so that they can look at it, rearrange it however they want. The order does not matter, so you really just want them to be clarified that these are the 4 jacks. There are no tricks behind it. Obviously, I'm using a camera. I can't have the camera hold the cards or anything like that or clarify, but they are really just 4 jacks and that's it. Now what you're going to do when you hand them the cards is you're going to get a break under the top 3 cards here, and it's a full pinky break. There's no flesh break like this. How do I show you? There's no flesh break. It's a full dead-on pinky break, which kind of is awkward because you can kind of see it lift off the pack. But if you can hide it, and I'll show you how well you can hide it, making eye contact is really big. But also, when they give you the cards back, you want to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and kind of put them in this way, where 2 of the middle cards are up top, and these 2 are down low. It creates a huge surface area to cover up that break. So what you're going to do at this point is you've got your break, your full-on pinky break, you've got the 4 jacks or whatever you're using, and you're ready to go. You have them sitting like this in the whatever order that your spectator rearranged them in. Now what you're going to do is a more advanced sleight, so really take your time and practice this before you go out, but you're going to essentially break off the cards like this and hide the jacks underneath them. Now how you're going to do that is you have your pinky break, you're gonna pinch it with your ring finger and your pinky. And also you can use your middle finger if you need to, but what you're doing is lifting with that pinch. So taking your pinky like this and lifting it. It's kind of difficult, that's why I say practice a little bit before you go out. But essentially, you're lifting those cards up, hidden underneath the jacks, and then square up all the cards together. So as you open them up, use your right hand to grab these cards, move them out, stick them all together like this, so they're hidden, and flip them over. Then you can square everything up, and you're in this situation where the top 3 cards are not jacks, but the 4th card is. And that's very important. So at this point, the people think that the 4 jacks are still on the top of the deck. Now at this point, you're gonna take the 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks off the deck, and you're gonna square them up and hold them upside down like this. Now don't be blatantly obvious about it. Just kind of hold them to the side, let the spectator think that he's looking at the cards without your knowledge of it. Now at this point, you're gonna tell your spectator to riffle down the pack like so, and have them call stop so you can place the 4 jacks. So they're gonna call stop. You're gonna take the jacks upside down and use your thumb to push off the top card, not the jack, okay? And you're gonna put that where they had it in the center. You're gonna do that 3 times. Now on the 4th time, you actually are putting a jack somewhere. So, and most of the time this works, actually every time it works for me, you only need to go up 3 cards and then put the jack in. So the jack is 4th from the top. And usually what happens is they'll stack them like this, where you're basically right at the top. They have no choice but to call it at that point. So you're gonna show them that you've got the 4 jacks, which are in this situation right here, like this. You're gonna square them up, and at this point, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks all on top of the deck, like so. Now at this point, you're gonna do something like the swivel cut flourish, or some sort of, maybe the Sybil cut, or some sort of false cut, so that they think their cards are even deeper within the deck, when really they're all controlled to the top. Now at this point, you're gonna do color changes. It doesn't matter what color changes, that's why I said the shake change, the duck change, the cardini change, whatever you wanna do. But you're gonna grab, what I like to do is grab a card from the center, show them the card, even let them hold on to it, get yourself that break. And if you don't know any of this stuff, go back and watch the videos that I had previously mentioned as prerequisites. You can learn all these things. Get yourself a nice little flesh break here. Do the shake change to start off. That's a good one. Okay. You can even have them hold on the card, and I really recommend you do that afterwards when you're done showing it to them. Have them hold on to it just to clarify it. For now, I'm going to leave it on the ground. And then this is a really nice feature that I added. I like to take the top card, which is not their card and not a jack at all, and leave it in the center and say, well look, I'll take the top card and leave it in the center just to clarify that I'm not cheating you in any way. It really does help, and it sets you up back with your jacks on top. So at this point, you're gonna go into your next one. You can do a shapeshifter. I like to do a duck change with this one. Change it. You've got your next jack, give it to them. Say you're gonna take the top card and leave it in the center. Now you're only gonna do the top card in the center thing twice. On this 3rd one, just riffle, do a snap, say Alakazam, whatever you guys do, and show them that the 3rd card is already on top. That's just a nice, easy little feature that you can have. Give them the card, put them on the table. It just makes your life easier. And honestly, it kind of blows people's minds sometimes, which is almost ridiculous. If you're a magician, you think it's too easy. So now you're in the situation where the last jack is sitting on top of the deck, and you have plenty of different options that you can do. What I like to do is take a double lift off the top, as you can clearly see, and do a cardini change. It's completely up to you what you guys want to do. I just don't like going back and doing the same thing over and over, taking a card from the center. I like to mix it up a little, so you can do like a cardini change, get your last jack, and then you're basically, at that point, you're clean. They have all the jacks in their hands. And like I said, this trick is completely versatile. You can throw in your own arsenal of color changes if you know, like an ego change or whatever you guys want to do. It's completely up to you. You can modify it however you want, but the trick still stands. Lost and now found. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you learned something. And you know, if you like this video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out, and I appreciate it a lot, guys. And Make sure you guys also check out my Facebook and my blog pages so we can all stay connected. You can keep updated on all things J Nation. And that's honestly the best way to get information about my channel, about me. If you're interested, maybe you're not, maybe you are. It's entirely up to you. And make sure you guys also subscribe because you'll miss a video if you don't. And real quick before I go, I just want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing, commenting, liking. You guys have taken my channel from like 400, 500 subscribers that I had a couple months ago, actually back in August. And now I think we're past 3,000. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for that. Keep going. Keep this channel booming. I'm going to keep giving you guys content as quickly and effectively as possible. So with that, I want to say thank you and cheers to you guys. Yes, could not have done this without you. This is $1. Go buy yourself something nice.